Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk, and we're here in the Long Dark. Let's actually jump back out here for just a second. Picking up where I last left off in the last episode. I got here to Broken River. Technically our third region, having left Mystery Lake. Sort of left Mystery Lake, that's where we're busting out. I need to get rid of some stuff. That's a lot of matches. That's great though. That's a lot of matches. Yes sir, I hear you. Now, you can cure stuff in here. And that should do it. Alright, let's get inside. I had an issue when I first got here. It's something that I'm pretty good at doing. And that's dropping weight like I did just there. Throw a bunch of stuff in a container. And then when I leave to go somewhere else, like another region, it's not that I forget to take stuff from it. I just have a tendency to forget one or two things. This time it was the pry bar. So I popped in and I did some looking, and luckily found a pry bar in the very back room. So we want a pry bar here because we want to get as much of the containers open as possible.
Okay.
Now I like staying, there's a big lodge we're going to go to, and I believe it's called the Mystery Lake Lodge. And it's a nice place to stay. You know, you can get wolves, you can get a moose up there, which is really what I'm looking for. I'm not really looking to get a moose right now.
This will come in handy.
Yeah, a hare is a fantastic jacket. I think, I'm not sure. I don't really play it too much, and when I do, I play it on different settings, but this might be one of the best synthetic coats in the harder modes. It's like an interloper, this might be top gear. I think in stalker mode you can get all the way up to an expedition coat, but I don't know. You might be able to get the military coat. I'm not sure about that. I think so.
I'll take it.
Also a nice, nice piece of clothing. None of that stuff we really need right now. Good fun, so. No, oh Jesus. I can't back out of this. I just slept for an hour for no reason. Killing it. Alright. Yes. Yes. Let's go get the main thing out of this shop. So there is a forge here. I'll point that out. I don't know that I've ever found a hammer here. And sometimes there's not even enough coal to forge. It could be just like 3 or 4 pieces. But yeah, to my memory, I don't ever remember finding a, let's get the lockers, a hammer in this region.
I think I can use this.
I think we can use that out of this locker. That's kind of what I was hoping for.
He's getting too heavy to carry.
You know, basically in each region, you know, gathering up some clothing, getting some sewing kits and hooks made, or getting some sewing kits, finding sewing kits, making hooks, mine, if possible. And just gather up clothing, you know. Sometimes I try to centralize it in one place so to make it easier. It just depends on how much clothing you can find. Again, you're going to find a good amount. And, in this mode, you'll be surprised. And you'll probably get your gear up. Not, my gear went up really fast this time. Surprisingly fast. But let's drop it over here. But yeah, you know, like in Pleasant Valley, you might end up gathering some clothing up by the farm. Or you might end up and have some on the in the little town in Thompson's Crossing. So oh, I'm running around with all this heavy stuff. There we go. That should help. Now we're about to hit that halfway mark on our stamina, so it's going to start going down. Our carry weight from 77 is going to slowly start ticking down. But there is so the crates in here, you might want to, one, if you spend some time, especially in this place, although it's very dangerous to stay here. Lots of wolves just constantly respawning in the yard, but I want to get up here to this crate right here. And then, so this is just one of those areas, spots, and I don't think it matters in any playthrough, where you can get better loot. And one of the things you can get here is a head wrap. So we're going to see what we got. Alright, so we did, as you can see, we got a whetstone. Use that to sharpen our axe and our knife. Some bullets.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Which is good in this playthrough because obviously rifle rounds. And then we've talked about this before because we actually already have a pair, so we'll just go to here. Gauntlets. Now gauntlets are great because at 96 or at 95%, at 100% they match the warmth and windproofing of the rabbit glove. No, they're not any lighter or anything. And I believe you actually have a little less waterproofing, but I think a little more guard. Yeah. But it only takes a piece of leather to repair these instead of having to, cure rabbit skins and guts to fix your gloves. Not that big a deal with the rabbit stuff because you're probably, rabbits are just going to be something you're eating throughout your entire game basically. But
Well, this stuff will come in
they're in
handy.
pretty good shape too. Now, if you want to break down more crates, and like I said, if you're staying here, you might need some of this for firewood, just for that kind of survival aspect. But you can find more stuff in some of these crates and behind this cardboard in here. So keep that in mind. And I think that's true with any of the structures. There's no guarantees, but I think sometimes I know I've found stuff in this crate. And we have some leather and a little scrap metal. So keep that in mind when you're looting any of these places, but particularly here. I feel like you can get actually a fairly decent amount of stuff. Like in a lot of places, you're going to break down crates, and there's just going to be, you might break down 8 and only find one that had anything. That might have just had like, soda.
Be useful.
There's one of the other ingredients for making gunpowder. We're not dealing with that in this. That's beginner. It's pilgrim. This little baby pilgrim started learning her
Sure, I don't
maps.
carry much more.
And there are areas where you can find actual gunpowder. So just making sure. You can always turn your light on. You will be surprised how many times you find something you missed by turning on your light. So definitely worth it. Did I check you, sir? Nope. So again, lots of crates, lots of firewood, lots of possible loot inside. But the crate that was up there, up that little walkway path, that's the one there you can get some, like you saw, we had some good loot. Is that, what is that? It kind of looks like a fire striker. Oh, I think it's a cable. It's a cable. Just dreaming about it. I already got one, so, so who doesn't want to? Alright, I think that's clear. Now, I know I still haven't cracked open everything, but I just want to look around while I got the light out right now. I think I saw something in the back of the truck earlier, too. Yep. Piece of cloth. So again, cut this up. There might be some tools or some more leather or something like that. You don't really need to be in here, do you? This is a nice place. It can get pretty cold in here. But, there we go. You can't have a fire in here. And sleep in the truck. I think, right? No, not, well, I don't know how it works. There we go. Flashlight. I mentioned these before.
This will come in handy.
If that's your thing, grab it. I personally don't have too much use for it. I think I've used the flashlight once. Truthfully. So yeah, you have, 2 fire sources in here. I like staying in here. Like I said, it's just going to be really difficult on the harder modes. trying to deal with those wolves. You are going to feel harassed. Alright, let's check a few things. Alright.
Have to be vigilant, no matter what.
Okay. That's a little bit more serious than I was planning on, lady, but sure. I will say, it's always weird, but I feel like there's, there's quirks to the different loot tables.
I'll take it.
And a lot of times with Pilgrim Mode, one of the things that you'll get to a point where you even, it sounds crazy, but you might leave that you find in a desk is something like a sewing kit, because you're just going to have so many. I am not finding a lot of sewing kits in this playthrough. Just hasn't been happening. And I think that's it. Like I said, I could break down some of these crates and cardboard. I'm sure I would find more, stuff. Can of food. Who knows? But it's not like a ton of stuff. Mainly get in there and get that crate. Like I said, to me, depending on how I start out and I'm set up, and my proximity, Broken Railroad is a place that I want to get to try to get that head wrap. It provides a lot of warmth, right? I also want the opportunity, if I can, to get 2 of those head wraps. And what I mentioned earlier was that this whole side is your outer layer, right? So these are the pants that I have on that you can see. They're going to get wet first, right? Soak down to these, then to these, and then finally these, right? This is a slot that you can put 2 head wraps in, right? You can also put crampons on here, or the moose hide bag. Now the moose hide would put right here, and have your head wrap here. And this is insane because it makes absolutely no sense at all. But thank God, this will keep your moose eye bag from taking damage from weather. Why do I want 2? Well, if I'm in a blizzard and this one freezes, I can stick another one on my head, and they only weigh half a pound. So to me, it's one of the top tier pieces of gear that you can get. Just plain old period. Alright. Well, I guess if I take... Here, give me this stuff. Get over here. What are those? I don't know. I'm trying to get this stuff. Anything wrong?
I can barely walk with this much
I
gear.
know. Look, so yeah, I mean, like, there was a fair amount of opportunities to open a lot of drawers, and I have 1 sewing kit. I'm not sure if it's not... It might be one I brought with me. Get all this stuff. We'll come back to you. I'm not sure I searched these yet either. No. I don't think I have much. Well, I got a little bit on me. Better. Time. Yeah, why not? Another benefit. Oh yeah, definitely. Another benefit of the maintenance area is that you can build fires inside this little house, and they're pretty windproof. So you could actually get a few down and practice your fire skill if you'd like. I mean, obviously, in this area it's a little windy, but yeah. So we got a nice little stash, but you never know. We're just gonna go ahead and make some more, just in case.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
No. Oh, see, our little sapling's already starting to cure.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Lady, you touched a can of peaches. Get it together.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Just go ahead and cook these up for the cooking skill. Get it wherever and whenever. We're doing pretty good though. Almost to level 5.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Peaches are great. Nice bit of calories. Get 450 calories with the can opener or the cooking skill up. And you get the warmth bonus, which can save your life. And little hydration, decent hydration. They are kind of heavy though. Not too late. There you go.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
So we got a blizzard going. Right? Even with our great clothing on, it still wouldn't be a good time to be out there, right? And you can see we got our fire just rocking like no problem. It's giving off 31 degrees of warmth. Oh, no, that's good for this guy.
Suit, I'm gonna faint.
Little multitasking. Oh, it's cold, that's right. Yeah, we need to go to sleep. I bet I could get one more, though. Oh, yeah. So that's an example of the extreme cold being able to make our fire actually last longer. So we've got a nice, we're safe from the wind. If we had enough firewood, we could just keep this going, put a bedroll down. But even in a blizzard with our warmth bonus and the bed's 9-degree bonus, it's a little warm, honestly. Alright, we'll give her like... Oh, we got an aurora. I can hear a wolf wandering around out there. Right. Yeah, they like to hang out right out here, inside here. Pretty annoying. We are going to check out one of the other places I want to get to while we're here. It's a great area. We're going to go up to the lodge. We're going to stop by Hunter's Blind on the way there, hopefully. Where is it? Oh, there it is. You can get a bear in here. Wolves. Deer. It runs the gambit. Hello. Let's see what this dead guy's got to offer. Hey, man, or lady, sorry. Alright, enough feathers to make one bow. That's cool. Alright, so we're going to beeline over here to the hunting stand. Anyway, a lot of times expect there to be, 3 wolves and a bear. Just hanging out around this ice. The wolves kind of like to hang out on this end down here by the bridge. And the bear, he can be all over this place. Nothing. You can see if there's any saplings around in here. I don't think I remember there being any up in here. Just thought I'd look though. Also on the list of things we want to be picking up. So like I said, I come here generally fairly early, depending on my needs. What kind of playthrough is it? Where? What kind of equipment do I have? When did I start here? And it'll determine your urgency as well. If I'm playing on a harder level where the loot's degrading faster, or really fast. Let's say I started in Nash Canyon and it took a couple months to get to Mystery. Weeks, whatever. On a, like interloper mode, that really could be deteriorating to the point where, stuff's going to be useless. It's going to disappear. Yeah, there was a head wrap there, but when we started the game, it was at 19%. So maybe when you get there, no head wrap. But I really like coming up here. There's no bear up here that I've ever seen. But you can get a moose up here. Wolves. And I find, again, and it doesn't really seem to matter, you can find a decent number of carcasses back here. So let's say you started here. I mean, you might find 3 deer carcasses just up here by the lodge. And sometimes there's one, it'll be like a deer carcass and a dead guy beside him. You can find a bow, some arrows. There's a rope up here, it can make it faster to get down. We found a rope earlier. There could be a rope. I don't know if there's ever a rope attached. I think it could be attached. Maybe not. So this back area is where the majority of where you can find like carcasses and stuff. We'll go look back there in a bit. Not seeing any moose rubbings on the trees though. Alright, I can already hear the wolf up here killing off my rabbits. Oh, there he is. So that's what they do. You get here, you got all these wonderful rabbits. If you brought some snares, you could set some snares up, right?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
This guy is going to eat all your bunnies. and just be annoying. Now, I don't see any moose signs, so I don't really plan on hanging out. I wasn't really going to hunt for moose anyway. There's a damn moose! Alright. Do you do it? Is it worth it? I don't need broken ribs, that's for sure. But there's not like a climb I'd have to get through. It'd just be really annoying, especially since I'm here to get loot. Let me see if I can... Oh, he turned. There we go. That's a pretty far shot. He's a pretty big target. I got him, I think. No way! No way! Pizza, you idiot. What are you doing? No blizzards, no whammies, no whammies. Got it. Well,
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
not really at all, are you? Pizza, you lied. I don't. So yeah, there was moose on. I just missed it when I came in. Yeah. It's just a lot to ignore. There we go. There we go. Got a little off.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
No doubt. But I mean, in any of those situations, right, the predator's dead. There it is. It's just standing there. And I just kept thinking, man, that's a lot. The other good aspect of shooting anything up here is that there's a 6-burner stove. That kind of pushed me over the edge. I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me for just a minute. back to it. Anyway, I was staring at that moose for just the seconds that I did before I decided to bother him. I was like, man, this will probably be able to push my carcass harvesting and cooking up there to the top. So, we did it. One of the best parts. Well, that's not it. Bam. Boom. So we got a moose hide curing back at Mystery for our first moose hide bag. And then we'll have this one curing up here for, you know, you can make a coat or to fix the moose hide bag if I need it. What I'm about to be about, though.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Boom. Is that you better now? Oh my gosh, this lady. Okay. There. I thought there was a container around here somewhere. Oh, there we go. We got a decent amount of coffee. I'm actually not going to pursue. We're going to get to the point where I make the arrows, do a little fishing and some fire starting, and then we'll wrap it up. So basically, there's a, you know, we're slowly but surely getting to the end game. Of this particular series. But it really did feel like a too much of an opportunity that, truthfully, if you have the ability, you know.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You might just want to go for it. And I've gotten moose dumped here, I don't know, 5 or 6 times.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
It's actually, I mean, think about it. If you get the moose, then you're going to have a ton of meat. If you were smart enough to bring some snares, you've got rabbits coming in. I usually come here like to hunt the moose. If the moose sign's here, I'll come in and try to establish, you know, not try, but establish a base here, get some meat, gather up, you know, skins and guts and whatever I can from the carcasses, kill wolves, if that's the thing, and then, well, hopefully it's a thing if I'm hunting a moose, right? I will tell you something that's interesting. You know, you can use a rock cache as outdoor storage, and I usually use them to store meat. But you can use a trunk of the car too, just like it's a rock cache.
I think I can use this.
Oh, hold on, just a minute. Hello? Oh yeah. Sorry, I had my headphones on. All right, yeah, give me a sec. Hey. So, I mean, they put that in your account, right? Okay, yeah. You, yeah, they either like they did you have to pay out on your taxes? Oh Lord. All right. Enough. Just had to explain that it was okay
Really useful.
to spend the tax rebate. It's not the government is not wasn't trying to trick them or bait them. Go for it. Go grab a meal. It's fine. All right, I talked about bringing this meat inside before. Anytime you get a true indoor space, I love it. Especially if you can get something big like this, a bear or a moose. So this is one of those other reasons why I come up here to hunt. I'll have plenty of time to pull that apart with my hands and get just a ridiculous amount of harvesting score. So it's going to take a while. It's going to take like a day or evening. It should be, actually, it won't be quite as bad as it can be sometimes because uh, we're already up, you know, we're into 4 and heading towards 5. So, but I'm pretty sure with a 6-burner stove, some rabbits, and probably just this moose meat, maybe a couple teas, whatever I got on me, I should get cooking level 5, and then, oh my gosh, we're just an unstoppable beast. Can of fish that's 20%. Mmm. Calories and hydration. 33% can of dog food. That's my favorite.
Don't nobody needs this anymore.
Calories and hydration. Yeah, I'll be too slow. You're getting the picture though. You know, what I should do.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
There's a sapling. I think. Is there two of them? Might be two of them. I think it's maple from here, though I can't tell. Yes, show me where this stupid wolf is, will you? God. I mean, it's just kind of hard to ignore with the weather being this good. Oh, it's a dead guy. I thought that was my wolf. Looks like a couple more maples. This is who I want. Are you frozen yet? Oh, yeah.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anything, like I said, I'm thinking, man, I might be able to get carcass harvesting up to 5 too. To me, let's do a top 4, I think, are important. Early game. You know, we'll do depending on the playthrough, I guess, but I think just straight up overall, carcass harvesting and cooking, I think that's your top 2. Again, early game, the third thing I'd be really wanting to get up would be fire starting. You want better chances, you know. It's down here. At starting those fires and trying to get to that point where you don't have to carry tinder anymore. You know, particularly when you start needing things like animal skins to keep you warm with their weight. You know, if you're running around in 2 bearskin coats and some deerskin pants and boots and the whole skin outfit, you only got a few synthetics, or maybe your gear's not great.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Can we get 3? It's kind of pushing it. It might be easier just to come back and get the other 2. But that fire skill, you really don't want to be carrying around any added weight ever in the game. How about that? And then after that, I'm going to do a personal one. It probably wouldn't be very high on a lot of people's list, but for me, I think it's really important. And I want to get mending up. Again, in any kind of playthrough, I would absolutely prefer the baseline of 3. It's not that hard to get to. It's more about time and taking advantage of certain places and areas. knowing that in Pleasant Valley there's a plane crash that has a ton of clothing and a fair amount of buildings, so you can get a bunch of clothing in Pleasant Valley. Which means, and there's a ton of cloth there, so you got hooks and you got some or some sewing kits. It's a good place to increase your menu. I would say again, early game, I'm shooting for level 2 quick, but a lot of folks might not really consider that to be a real necessity early in the game. But when you're getting busted clothing from a fall or an animal attack or whatever, and you're in that situation where, God, I really need to repair this coat so I can get out of here before I starve to death or freeze to death or whatever. I got 2 pieces of cloth. It takes 2 pieces of cloth to fix this coat. Let me go with my tiny, minuscule chance here. Womp 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 womp. Sorry, kid. Not in the cards for ya. Now, the other thing I've been doing, or kind of do, anyway, is shred carcasses into the. And I've shared that in other
Not sure I can
videos.
carry much more.
But just break down into the little tiny pieces. You know, there's only usually like 1 pound to 3 pounds on those things. Shred rabbits and sometimes wolves too. I used to do the bigger animals. It's too much. It's kind of ridiculous. Shredding up a pair of mace is going to give you a ridiculous boost. But at what cost? Yay, so many crows. Hey, bunny. Right up to the house. Put your snares right there. Wake up in the morning and come grab a rabbit. Or 3. The nice thing is if you can get it so that you're normally finding them at a certain, because usually you find them at the same time kind of over and over again. So if you went and checked them at 9 in the morning, they'll probably be there again. Look at all this. This is so insane. Anyway, so the rope's not there, but it might be inside the lodge. Nice is I'll have a rope here and a rope in Milton. And I need 2 ropes to smith in Bleak Inlet. So I'll have gathered up my 2 ropes, and that'll be a good check mark on the list of things you should do if you can early in the game. Now, if you don't have weapons, you don't really need smithing, do you? No. Man, they're just giving the coffee away up here. Oh, and a cooking book. I don't think it'd be enough to tip the scales, but who knows? I might read it before I do it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Come here.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
We can, actually. How's that? Not better. Couple more guts on the pile. Random wolf skin. Wow. Good to go. Perfection. All right. What a day. Took down a moose in 2 shots from range. I love it. Got a wolf. Probably got, I mean, I don't know if I'll hit all the way on carcass harvesting, but we definitely are going to get that scale moved. Probably got enough food to take cooking all the way, and that's 2 majors there. Everything else, we're waiting on to make the arrows to do this one, and hopefully I can push this over to level 3 while I'm here too. You can find a decent amount of clothing and some good clothing in this place, so we'll look there. Sew what we can up here. I got the hook and thread, and then we might find a sewing kit, we'll see. And then before we leave, get back down to the maintenance shed. There's a couple more places you can loot. I can do a little more sewing, and that might top it off. St. Pizza, this sounds strangely like you're getting ready to sign off. You are correct. Pizza's got to go. But wow. Lots of carcass harvesting and cooking coming up. I'm very excited. If you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you see this at a later time of day, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a great day, and y'all be good to each other. Moose.